Have you ever wondered what are the main resources that run the production in the economy and how it affects our economy in the grand scheme of things? The economic resources are what people use to produce goods and services. Without it, people would suffer from low income, bad quality of life, and a lot of people would be out of work. So, what are the few main examples of economic resources? Land will be our first topic. Any natural resource utilizes to create products and services is considered to be land, as is anything derived from it. Some common land or natural resources are water, oil, copper, natural gas, coal, and forests. The raw material used in industrial process are land resources. The resources that can be cultivated on land can be collected and sold for a profit. On land that will help businesses, buildings, warehouse, and factories can be constructed. Land can be rented out in exchange for money. Another tangible item that does not lose value is land. Land is also difficult to tamper with because there is nothing there to steal. Pollution is a possibility, but it may also be prevented to some extent. Land is mostly used for agriculture, recreation, commercial production, residential construction, and transportation.
Now, let us talk about labor. What is labor? Laborers are people who uses their energy, whether intellectual or physical, to produce goods and services. We also call it as human resources. In case you are not aware, you are actually adding your human resources right now by simply learning. You may have certain human resources already. Maybe you have an artistic gift that enables you to create art to earn a living, for example. The word labor, however, made us think of just physical labor, whether if it is working in a factory or a field, becoming a constructor, etc., but it can refer to any human input, both paid and unpaid, as long as they are involved to produce goods and services. It is important for us to understand more of its definition, as today's technology-driven business relies more on the intellectual labor than physical. Intellectual labors includes teaching as a university professor, experimenting patient illnesses and symptoms as a doctor, and many more. Last but not least, labors are the ones that brings creativity and innovation to the business. Because us humans have our own creativity, we can make changes and invent new things to produce goods and services that have not been made yet. Without the human creativity, the business, thus the economy, would not flow.
First and foremost, capital as defined by economists refers to the asset, physical tools, plants, and equipment that enable increased work productivity. Capital is one of four major factors of production, along with land, labor, entrepreneurship. Hammers, tractors, assembly belts, computers, trucks, and railroads are all examples of a capital. Economic capital is distinct from financial capital, which includes the debt and equity that businesses accumulate in order to operate and expand. As a clear difference for everyone, capital is a contrast to land or labor. Capital is artificial. It must be created by human hands and designed for human purposes. This means that time must be invested before capital can be used economically. Other than that, capital goods are the foundation of human civilization. Buildings must be constructed, tools must be crafted, and processes must be improved. More goods can be produced, and standard of living can be raised by increasing productivity through improved capital equipment. Capital goods are also known as the means of production because they are physical and non financial inputs that result in the creation of objects with economic value.